The Restoration Period, 1660–1700. Introduction. The Restoration period in English literature spans from 1660 to 1700, marking the restoration of monarchy in England with Charles II's ascension to the throne. This era is also known as the Age of Dryden, as he was the prominent literary figure of the time. Repudiation of Puritan ideals. The Restoration led to a rejection of Puritan values, and a wave of licentiousness and frivolity swept the country. Charles II and his followers introduced a life of foppery and looseness, renouncing old ideals and demanding English poetry and drama follow the French style. Decline of Elizabethan spirit. The old Elizabethan spirit, with its patriotism and creative vigor, became a thing of the past. The writers of the period failed to produce works comparable to the Elizabethans, Milton, or the Puritan age. Contributions to English literature. However, the writers of the period made two significant contributions: realism and a tendency to preciseness. Realism initially took an ugly shape, painting the corrupt society, but later became more wholesome, portraying human life realistically. The classical style. The tendency to preciseness led to a direct and simple expression, counteracting exaggeration and extravagance. The Royal Society promoted a close, naked, natural way of speaking and writing, influencing Dryden to adopt the heroic couplet and evolve a classical style that dominated English literature for over a century. Restoration poetry. John Dryden, 1631–1700. John Dryden was the dominating figure of the Restoration period, making significant contributions to poetry, drama, and prose. His poetry was mostly satirical, realistic, and written in the heroic couplet, a style he mastered. Dryden's poetic career. Dryden's early poetry was influenced by Cowley and the metaphysical school, but he later developed a clear and forceful style, laying the foundation for the classical school of poetry in England. His poetry can be divided into three categories: political satires, doctrinal poems, and the fables. Notable works. Dryden's notable works include Absalom and Achitophel, a powerful political satire defending the king against the Earl of Shaftesbury, and The Medal, a satirical poem attacking Shaftesbury and Thomas Shadwell. His doctrinal poems, Religio Laici and The Hind and the Panther, showcase his argumentative skill and mastery of verse. Characteristics of Dryden's poetry. Dryden's poetry reflects the Restoration period's characteristics, including formalism, intellectual precision, and realism. While lacking poetic glow and spiritual fervor, his work showcases strength, eloquence, and satirical skill, making him a great satirist and reasoner in verse. Dryden's legacy. Dryden's greatest contribution to English poetry was his skillful use of the heroic couplet, which became the accepted measure of serious English poetry for many years. His work continues to be celebrated for its intellectual precision and satirical power. Thank you.